Hello and welcome back, my fellow mages and mystics, and today, as promised, we are going to make dumplings. And I have everything on me that we're going to need for the moment. Well, I do need to get this, probably, I think. So, first off, in the mixing bowl, you can't just go right out and make dumplings. And I'll show you. Raw dumplings. It takes soft dough. It's done in a mixing bowl. So to make soft dough, you need 0.1 liter of a liquid flour, and you need egg. So we're going to come in here to the mixing bowl, and we're going to put well, okay, hang on. I got this. I think yeah, I can do that. All right. So we have 1.6, okay, because that is also what I have. So I can do this, and I've got to do this. We're going to transfer all of my liquid egg. Now, to get this liquid egg portion, I'll explain that shortly. I think I can, yeah, I can just throw that in, and it'll use up as much of it as possible. So we're just going to give this a minute. Sorry, I had to take a drink. We're going to give that a minute for that to mix up. So, to get the egg portion, you have to get eggs, obviously, and you crack them into here, and you'll get whites and yolks mixed, or separated. You have to have two buckets. You get egg whites in one and the yolks in the other. And you gotta take a bucket, put them in the mixing bowl, mix them together, and it'll come out down here. And you'll have the liquid egg portion. Turkey, capercaillie, chicken, you know. If you're playing vanilla, chicken. And that's fine. So now we have that. I think I can do, yeah, that. Let's just mix up as much of it as we can. While we're doing that, I want to show you a couple improvements. I have a project that I'm going to be doing here, so don't worry too much about that. And we have invaders. Okay, awesome. You can see a few minor decorative things. But in my cellar, you'll see doors over there. Haven't really done a lot here. I did add these ceiling jars, berries. I'll talk about those later. And I have some blueberry wine going, and I have cranberry wine. I have a little bit of yeast. I'm turning this cranberry wine into yeast, or not yeast, but vinegar, but we'll get into that later. And I have bone broth, vegetable broth. I did make seafood broth. You need part baked, and I have excuse me, 8 liters of yeast water. We'll get into that in a different video. So, but yeah, that is the improvements there. I also have meat racks that I dried some sausage on. We'll get to that. I added a couple more of those. And yeah, that's pretty much the mechanical upgrades for cooking stuff. And we have 12. I'm going to take these out. We're going to set them aside. And we're going to do that. So while we're waiting for that, I'm going to take these cabbage with a knife and get chopped cabbage, because that is something we're going to do shortly. So salt. Now that we have the soft dough, we can press H on it and we can make muffin dough, which we can just take the soft dough, add a bunch of berries or fruit to it, and get, bakes into in the oven muffins. We'll do that at some point, but here we can take our soft dough and we can mix it with an addition, which is the cabbage. You'll see it circle through meat, different vegetables, chopped carrots. You see in the cabbage pop up. Or we can just take the soft dough, mix it with salt, or we can make soft dough with the vegetable or meat nuggets and salt, which is what we're doing there. So we're done with the dough. So we're going to put the dough away. We'll use I've got a lot of dough. I've got a lot of salt. I've been buying it from the traders. As you can see, I spent a lot of money. I bought more limestone and stuff like that, and more halite, because I can't find limestone to save my life in this world. So I've been buying it from merchants. 16. So yeah, that is perfect. So we take our soft dough, we put that in, we take that in, and we put that in, and we'll make raw dumplings. So that is what we are doing today. And yeah, okay, my windmill could be faster, better, all that. So while we're waiting, I'm going to, let's eat a piece of pie, just so we have it. And let us go and take a look. Oh, I did add a different floor finally. I did cobblestone because directly under here is one of my cellars. And yeah, I didn't want to screw up my cellar. I added a couple pelts for primitive survival. Allows you to do this. So that is cool. Upstairs, there's a couple minor upgrades. Yeah, I think I put up a couple more paintings. I found some more clothes. I found a display case in a ruin. I went through one of my translocators. I went through this one here, and that took me way down here, and there's a bunch of ruins all over here. I found another translocator like literally right by that translocator, so I'll go through that when I have the gears. I found a commodities trader right there, and I found alum chunks on the surface, so that's what that is. Yeah, I added that, a new painting. I moved some stuff around and did that. Added a couple carpets I found. I have invaders. I think they're upstairs. I'll have to light that up at some point. I gotta make a few more. I've got 2 lanterns. I could probably sort that out right now, but that's neither here nor there. So let's get these dumplings. And as you can see, hearty filling dumplings, good in meals. Made with liquid wild turkey eggs, seafood broth, chopped cabbage, spelt flour, and salt. So we're gonna put the ingredients to those in, and as you can see, the automated mixing bowl goes automatically. But we will help things along, and we will put the rest of the ingredients in there. Well, I can do that, but I'm just gonna do this, and I'm gonna finish these ones off. By the time we finish these ones off manually, the other ones should be done. But we are going to make our first, I don't really want to say superfood meal, but we're gonna make our first like really decent meal. I can put my bowl back. I'm pretty much done with that. These should be done pretty close to it. let us do something while we are waiting here. Oh, lag spike. I get those. Okay, come on. Alright, I'm gonna go into this one, put some in there, and I'm gonna put some in here. I'm gonna get 2 cooking bowls. Put that in that one. Put that in that one. I'm not gonna light it yet because I want this. Alright, and we're gonna stop that and go through a lag spike. Alright, awesome. I think it's because of the monsters outside. So we're done in there for today. And these will last 6 days. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run upstairs and we're gonna try to sleep through the night to see if we can chase some of these growly boys away. All right. So, what do you guys do? Are you a work through the night type person, or are you sleep through the night? Sleep through the night only in winter? How do you guys deal with making time pass? Sleeping, working, or what do you do? I did a bunch of metal casting. I've got to do more metal casting. I'll show you that in a moment. Let's check on something real quick. Got a bunch of bees. Got some more soybeans going. It's almost done. I've got some stuff. I've got a bunch of spelt and flax that is partially done. My grapes will ripen in a couple days. I've got more onions coming in. Got a bunch of crops in these too. Mostly flax. This is doing pretty good. This is like the 3rd time I've seen your bees will fill new frames in 3 days. So we're just going to leave that for a while. I've got prepared hides. Let's deal with our leather. 24 more leather. Awesome. I'm going to put that in there. So, yeah. 24 more leather. That is awesome. I captured a couple horses that I had in with my turkeys. And they wandered off. So, I don't know what I'm going to do to deal with that. But let's get back to the point at hand. Making this into something better. Actually, I think I'm going to go here. Put my salt up. And let's go down and get some stuff. So, alright, I'm going to go in here. Can I use cooked fish? Because that's the meat that's going to go bad quickest. I have also some boiled eggs. I did that to make them last. I'm going to see what I can use. I'm going to bring that. I'm going to bring those, actually. We've got cooked chopped carrots. I'm going to see what we can do with that. I'm going to bring $16 is probably good enough of that. We're just going to experiment and see what we can do. to get a meal. So, okay, we're going to start off with the dumplings, of course. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like we can use the cooked fish. Doesn't look like we can use the sausage either. Now, do I have to do that? No. I don't know if I can put that in first. So, let's do this first. And see. No. Okay. Okay, 4 servings of smoked red meat stew. 4. With boiled dumplings. And let's see if we can do... No, we can't do those. Okay, that's fine. Can I add that? I can. That is going to be pretty cool. Let's see if I can... I don't think I can do the... Yeah, no, I can't do that. So that's fine. I wanted to see what we could do. So I want to copy that up here. So that's that. And that is that. And can I do the boiled eggs? I didn't check. I don't think I can. But I can do this. Can I make... I do have enough. I do have enough. What is... Okay. Okay. I see. They're slightly different. Interesting. It's 3% cured. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Well, it doesn't matter. We're going to use that anyhow. We're going to light them. And get them both going. And there we go. So that is 2 things of meals that we're going to go to the wrong room first. I'll leave that open because I'll have to come back. So I'm going to bring these back down. Can I put these back? I can. So I'll put those back up and let them store there. They're fresh for 22 years. For 22 years, cured red meat. So holy smokes, huh? Literally, 22 years, 87 days, 87 days, 22 years. That's awesome. I'm gonna be doing that more often. I'll get into sausage at a later date. We're gonna put this back. This can go back into here. I'm going to take these over. I'm going to put this back in here. And the cooked fish, I'm going to put that back in there. Yep, I'm going to hang those up because I used some of them. And the cooked vegetables, I just wanted to experiment just to see what we could do. And if you try to cook like this and your recipe doesn't work that you're trying to do, don't stress it too much. I want to get there and there. Put so there we go. Finish letting that cook. So yeah, like I said, oh, interesting. I bought those off a trader. I forgot to put them up. So can I, first off, can I hang them? No, apparently not. I'll put them in here with the rest of my pants. I've got some masks, hats, things like that. A couple pairs of boots over here. Some older, rattier clothes in here that I didn't want with my nice outfits. So, hey, work clothes, dress clothes. Haha. My orchard's doing good. Alright, the beginning of my orchard is doing good, I should say. That is almost done. So, yep, I'm gonna sit right on my table. Ha 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 ha. I'm wearing my armor. So, but yeah. That is basically how you make and how you cook with dumplings. So, until next time, guys, I'm glad you stopped by. I hope you had fun. I hope it was a learning experience. And we will get into some more cooking recipes and stuff at another time. So until then, guys, stay magical, have fun, be safe, and I will talk to you later.